So, Wave Runners, what's up? Right now we're breaking down the hook to DaBaby's PBJT.
Hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. Larry superstitious, never feed me a spaghetti.
First things first, when you're looking at your session, sometimes you may wonder, what do I do first after you've cleaned and organized everything? You could go through some clip gaining if you feel like the tracking was off and there are certain words that need to be turned down or ad-libs that need to match what the rest of these ad-libs may sound like. Like this right here looks like something that we could turn down, but with DaBaby's vocals, what I like to do is let them distort, you feel me? I'll show you why here in a second when we look at the vocal chain. But yeah, this here is PBJT. You'll see it in purple, ad-libs, right? Up here to the lead vocal. Recorded that on 2 different tracks so that when we got here, it wouldn't overlap. This is Baby rapping through it. Yeah, crazy, right? Ad-libs leading up to the verse. I made sure we had RVox on the track. I treat these tracks here similar to a preamp, you feel me? But it's just inside the box. Sending those vocals through this RVox, I like the signal that I was getting through them.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready.
With this RVox here, you feel me? You checking your gate, your threshold. On some other plugins may say threshold, some may say gate. This right here is where you want to find out how much of that vocal you're letting into your compressor. Right here, where you focus on your compressor's ratio, you know what I'm saying? How much is being compressed into RVox? That ratio is already set. Gain, if it's too loud, turn it down. If it's compressing too much of the vocal and you need to turn it up and you like the way it sounds, you know, like I mix off of creativity and what my ears tell me to do. I'm not really by the book. Some of y'all are by the book, you feel me? And shout out to y'all, but I mix with my ears. So yeah, on that track, RVox, you'll see an RVox on every single one of these. I'll just toggle the RVox on and off.
When they see me and they see me in that $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, ooh, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Me and her, we make a sandwich, then I leave her at the table.
You can hear the RVox, it just adds a little bit of presence, a little more color to it in my eyes. As soon as the vocal leaves this track right here, right, it goes straight into the vocal mix where you will see the R compressor. This is where we toggle your threshold, your ratio. For me, I kept it at 3.0. Your gain, are you turning that up or down? Looks like we did some gain reduction here at 6.5 dBs. Fast attack, a medium release. Right here, we went with smooth, opto, and manual on your R compressor. This is by Waves, by the way. Super dope compressor to start things off with in my vocal chain. First of all, what does my vocal chain look like? We started with the R compressor, De-Esser, SSL channel plugin, F6 RTA EQ plugin, virtual mix rack, which has multiple plugins inside of there, the C6 multiband compressor. Inside of Studio Verse, you will see the Magma BB tubes. Next, you'll see the Vitamin. This is a Waves plugin as well, super dope. And then you will see the CLA 76 compressor by Waves. Right here in our sends, you'll see a doubler, the CLA 76, which is parallel compression right here, reverb. You'll see a fast delay, and I break down what these sends are going to, like what's the bus. Vocal master track, you'll see virtual mix rack again, and you'll see Puig Tech equalizer. Man, the Puig Tech is the sauce too. Master reverb over here, another set of delays. But yeah, like I said, this is the hook. This is the verse, same thing. You got your RVox over here. A couple different effects. Down here on the ad-libs, we added a doubler for a cool effect. A stereo widener effect. On ad-lib 5, you'll see a phaser. Yeah, and if y'all want me to, we'll break down the plugins and like what I did specifically if that's what y'all really want to see. I got you. Y'all gotta let me know though. As soon as the demand is there, I'll give it to you. But back up to the vocal chain, the vocal mix by K.i.D. Like I said, our compressor, threshold here, we let that vocal come through.
Hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious.
3.0 ratio for the compression. Gain, -6.5 dBs. Vocal mix at 100. Fast attack, medium release. Cool. Next, De-Esser.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready.
You see how it's catching those sh.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti.
Anytime you need to catch those syllables, especially when you're paying attention to your de-esser, you want to loop that S, that beginning or ending of whatever word you're trying to capture, so you can see that S cross your threshold. Make sure you're finding out what frequency that may be at, that you're trying to deduct the S or the harsh sibilance from. What did you use? What type of curve did you use for? Next, we sent the vocal through the SSL solid state logic E channel. This is super dope. You'll see some cutting going on a little bit. You'll see some boosting in the high ends around 10 kilohertz. We deducted a little bit of the high mid frequencies because later on, we're gonna add that all back in. Right now, we polishing things up, leaving that alone, taking something out of the mids and the lows. As you can see, this right now is bypassed, a whole nother compressor on the other side of the SSL E channel, which is super dope. Right here is the F6 RTA. It's an EQ right here from Waves. You see, we did like some more deductions, a little boost over here. What was this at? At 6,300. You know, it had to be something that I loved from Baby's voice right
Never
now.
hold her back, I let her leave me when
Without
she
it.
ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti.
Yeah, a little harshness that I took out of there. Those are creative decisions, by the way. And here we go, Virtual Mix Rack, 1, 2, 3, 4 plugins. Shout out to Virtual Mix Rack because I got a lot of dope plugins that I can use, especially when it comes to y'all compressors and these mic tubes. Any mic that you got, you can make it sound like a 87 or a CA100. Like, we need that one. Compressors in here. Distressors, de-essers, you know, like this guy right here. Add some color, some analog, some stress into it. Super dope. Some polish with revival, and you'll see us use some of these. Right here, the Brit and Pre. This just added a little distortion to the back end of Baby's voice.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious.
Very subtle. Right here with the FG 116 vintage compressor. This is a blue edition. Yeah, FET compressor. You see we went with this ratio of 8 here. Our input,
Never hold her back, I
output,
let her leave me.
fast attack. If I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me in the comments. This compressor is kind of reversed. Like if you're going to a 7, that's more of a faster attack. Right here, you see the releases towards the middle at 4.3, attack was 6.0, 100% on the mix there. FG Stress is a dope plugin by Virtual Mix Rack as well. I went with the Stress 2 down here and pulled back on the mix to about 76 because I didn't want it to add too much stress to the vocal.
Never hold her back, I let
The stress.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti.
How much of that vocal you let into there that is getting this effect applied to it determines, your input determines that, excuse me. Attack was pretty fast here at a 3.5 release. Around the same thing, 4.0, and then a little boost right here on the output. When it comes to revival, I love this plugin because the shimmer gives me that nice polish that I like before we get to some other stages. Not gonna add too much. Thickness here, didn't add anything there, but that's definitely a dope tool to use. Next, let's move to the C6. This is a multi-band compressor from Waves. Super dope, super
Never hold
dope.
her back, I let her leave me when she ready.
And we're gonna keep playing through the hook of this just so you can hear it. We'll break down the entire mix in the future.
Never hold her back,
Just so you can see what it's doing.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious.
These knobs right here, these knobs here control your threshold. So how much of that vocal is coming in will depend on where you have your threshold at. Your gain, if you wanna, this is something I like about multi-band compressors, it's like an EQ inside of your compressor. Is it the gain of certain parts, your lows, your mids, your high mids, your highs that you wanna deduct? Some that you wanna boost? You wanna shape your entire sound? This is what I do when I get here. I'm shaping that vocal for what I really wanted to sound like.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very.
As you can see, it was like 2 areas that sounded muddy to me here, so I pulled back on them a little bit. Turn that range down so that you see how much is being compressed or pulled out of there. Now, we run into the Magma BB tubes. This is from Waves Audio as well. Super dope. Give some polish to it. I'll just toggle it on and off so you can hear it.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti. They ain't never see this coming when they see me in that Chevy. I'm $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly.
Now this tube just adds its own polish really to the vocal, which is what I love it for. I love how you can play around with the pre-tone or the post, different types that you can turn on and off.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti. They ain't never see this coming when they see me in that Chevy. I'm $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly. Ooh, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly.
You see how the beats kind of just adds like more polish on the high end. The beauty is more like, I don't want to say grit, but more low end to it. I could say grit a little bit. It give me a little crunch, a little analog crunch in there. That's what we use this for here, more color. But you try not to do too much. Next plugin in the DJ K.i.D vocal mix plugin is Vitamin. Vitamin is super dope too. Still shaping the sound here. Slowly adding like different colors, different frequencies, like boosting them a little bit more. You see I went with like a high 12, 13 boost over here in the high end. Be able to play with these bands here to figure out what's your highs, what's your lows, what's really being affected when you are moving these knobs around. Right here, you're able to fall into like the stereo width of what is being affected using a Vitamin. And lastly, on our vocal chain here for the mix, we have the CLA 76. Fast attack, as you can see, a medium release. We still right here at this 8.0 ratio. Input is at 24, output is a little bit underneath 24. Trim at 0, analog at 60 hertz. And we went with the Blackie, not the Bluey. The Bluey got his own sound too, but the Blackie sound really good for PBJT. Us sending this vocal to our doubler as well, so we'll go over there to that. Up here you see our doubler, which adds a certain effect to the vocal. I'll turn it on and off.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready.
Slightly.
She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti. They ain't never see this coming when they see me in that Chevy. I'm $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly.
With this doubler, just the vocal starts taking up more space in the headphones for me. I'm trying to make it feel more full. One thing I can say as well, I've went this whole entire video without playing the beat behind the vocals. Do not mix like that in solo at all. Do not mix your vocals in solo without the beat, because then you won't know in proportion how loud certain things are. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that your beat is mixed where it needs to be and your vocal can sit in the middle of that beat. And we can fall into that in another YouTube video. But yeah, so we added the doubler on there. Buses and sends, we'll fall into it. CLA 76 was our parallel compression. You could go in here and rename this to parallel compression like the actual track is. CLA 76, we used the Bluey version. We cranked up the input
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she...
so that vocal is coming into that compressor and it's like OD loud, but I want that loud sound because of the feeling that it gives me, like using parallel compression with your vocal mix. We can fall into that. That's gonna be a fun episode to get into. I hope y'all ready for that one. Right, slow attack, slow release. Output is at 24, ratio is at 20, right? We turn the analog off. Added some reverb. No, we did not add no reverb on there. Fast delay. Yes, sir. I can't wait to break this down for y'all too. Fast delay, we decided to use Kramer tapes, however you might want to put that. Delay time, super duper fast. You'll hear it on the vocal. Like,
Never hold her back,
this is
I let
without
her
it.
leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti. They ain't never see this coming
I'ma just
when they see
exaggerate
me
it.
in that Chevy. I'm $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly. Ooh, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Ooh, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Peanut.
That slap delay will change your vocal, man. Feel me? It'll make it sound like it's placed somewhere and have people asking, where'd you record this? Next we'll move, we sent this vocal mix to the vocal master. As you can see, I got that F6 RTA inactive virtual mix rack. Pretty much because we did some processing, it sounded a little cleaner. Those S's, the sibilance, when it comes to the diction, it might be punching a little bit harder than we wanted them to. So we put the FGDS on there. This is a Slate Digital de-esser.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious.
Every time you see a
feed me her spaghetti, they ain't never see this coming.
A S, a sh. This plugin right here is capturing that right around 4.49 kilohertz. Range up 7 dBs. And then this FGN, Brittany Q right here from Slate Digital. We put this on here last to add some more color to the vocal.
Never hold her.
Let's toggle both of these off.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. She very superstitious, never feed me her spaghetti. They ain't never see this coming when they see me in that Chevy. I'm $1 million nigga, eat peanut butter jelly, ooh.
Without this.
Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready. Never hold her back, I let her leave me when she ready.
You see how it tames that? Very nice. So yeah, vocal mix chain, vocal master chain. You see all of these master reverbs, reverb delay, fast delay, parallel compression. This is all things we can get into, and you can have this same template. You can go get it from waterspectrum.co, the Wave Runners 101 vocal mixing template version 1. If you want to see more tips and tricks like this, drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Drop it. Bang! Blow the screen though. We can give y'all more of these. Let me know what y'all want to see. Hit the subscribe, like this video, share it, send it to your mama. Send it to somebody that don't know how to surf. They might be drowning, cause you know what I'm saying? It's a wave runner community. Make sure y'all go hop in the Discord too. It's Kid, I'm gone.